So we tend to get two types of requests as people calling to find out what we do in the leadership space. One request is the more traditional request, which is, we're working on a leadership development program, or we want to look at our competency model and see if our competency model is still relevant. The other type of request that we get is to help to build leadership capability. And when we think about leadership capability, we're talking about how do we ensure that leaders are increasing confidence among customers, investors, and employees in our future.
A lot of times the presenting question or issue is our leaders aren't good enough. We don't necessarily know what good looks like, but we know what bad looks like, and we know we have a ways to go from where we are.
A real differentiator for how we think about leadership is that most leadership work that goes on in organizations is done using pretty generic competencies or generic surveys or even a generic development plan and development process. And we're not into a standardized one-size-fits-all answer to leadership, but we really believe that leadership needs to be customized, and it needs to be customized through the lens of primarily what your external stakeholders, including investors and in turn customers and even those in communities, what is it they need and expect from you? That's what we do well, is we can come in and create a leadership package that really meets specific needs rather than just giving you an off-the-shelf solution.
The definition of what makes a good leader at one company and another company is slightly different. For sure, there are what we call foundational competencies that cut across all organizations, but there are things that differentiate leaders at your organization from leaders at other organizations. And being clear about what those are and understanding them from that outside-in perspective of investors and customer expectations creates a different kind of understanding of what leadership needs to be and why to invest in it, but also how to prioritize those investments and what things are most critical.
Without that why, it's really hard to continue to invest the kind of money that people do in the other parts of the leadership challenge. So one of the things, probably the biggest thing that we can do for our clients is to create a real logic around the value of increasing the quality of leadership, and then demonstratively showing that and communicating that in our annual report, in the CEO conversations with analysts and investors, with employee communications, all about if we had better leaders in these companies, then good things tend to happen with our stakeholders.
I think one of the key benefits of doing leadership work with RBL is that you can see the connection between your approach to leadership, your approach to developing leaders, your approach to even selecting leaders. You can see the connection between that and your business model.
That clarity about what leadership is, who needs to have it, and where it needs to be is what drives kind of the ability to actually make a difference in leadership. When you've clearly defined what it is you're trying to achieve and you've aligned around that, then that kind of structures and focuses all of the other people processes and ways that we touch leaders, and provides a kind of cohesive message that reinforces and creates a capability that's greater than the sum of its parts.